The United Nations Security Council has extended its existing sanctions regime against the Democratic People's Republic of Korea for continued violations of previous council resolutions barring it from testing ballistic and nuclear weapons. A new resolution adopted includes sanctions of 4 entities and 14 people, including an individual thought to head North Korea's overseas spying operation.
Sírvanse levantar la mano.
A unanimous decision. Measures that could have been decided behind closed doors, but the open vote extending the sanctions regime seen as a public display of the Council's frustration with the DPRK leadership.
The United States will work tirelessly to make sure that the international community never gets used to North Korea's violations or looks the other way. And North Korea must understand that the international community will never accept the regime's development and testing of nuclear weapons. Until North Korea reconsiders, all UN member states must do their part to increase pressure. North Korea is a global threat that requires a global response.
China, which agreed to the new text with the United States, continues to stress the importance of reducing tensions in the region.
The current situation on the peninsula is complex and sensitive. At the same time, there is a critical window of opportunity for the nuclear issue of the peninsula to come back to the right track of seeking a settlement through dialogue and negotiations. It is incumbent on all parties concerned to exercise restraint and do more to help ease the tension and build mutual trust instead of to the contrary.
Japan, that sits in the Council as a non-permanent member, vented its frustration with Pyongyang.
Japan strongly condemns the most recent launch, as well as the previous launches, which were conducted 8 times this year alone. North Korea has obstinately continued its nuclear buildup, completely ignoring the will of the international community. These continued provocations trample upon international efforts towards a peaceful resolution of nuclear and missile issues, and constitute a direct challenge and threat to the security of Japan, the region, and beyond.
While Russia took issue with provocative military exercises and missile defense systems that it argues shifts the balance of power in the region.
The adventurism of Pyongyang is not something that should provide us with a pretext for the increase of military activity in the region, much less for the implementation of plans of using force. The logic of confrontation is fraught with disastrous consequences for the Korean Peninsula and for the region as a whole. It is absolutely clear to us that the choice here has to be made in favor of using diplomatic tools to the maximum extent possible.
Earlier this week, the United States unilaterally blacklisted 9 companies, including 2 Russian firms, for their support of North Korea's weapons program. Sherman Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.